Hey guys, what's up? Do you ever do stupid stuff? Like real stupid, like as you're doing it, you're like, maybe I shouldn't do that. That doesn't seem like a good idea. But you do it anyway, against your better judgment. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So, brief intro, I was trying to set up my camera and I was screwing it onto the tripod and I was like, oh, that looks like it has a little crack. Maybe I shouldn't twist it. But what did I do? I twisted it and so cracked my tripod. So, oops. And I was thinking, it's a little loud outside. It's kind of rush hour in my small town. Maybe I shouldn't film because it's going to be loud, but it'll be loud. Sorry about that, guys. Also, I'm definitely starting to get sick, but should be resting, but I'd rather make this video. So yeah, there's that. I got me some Dayquil. I'll be okay. I'll be all right. I'm good. I am sharing story times from my active addiction. I think that this is funny, but I want to start off with a quick disclaimer. I am not glorifying my active addiction. As Jess says, this is not a brag, this is not a flex, this is just the way it is. Sorry. I am going to talk about things from my active addiction, so I will mention certain things, certain behaviors, certain items, so trigger warning. If that's going to bother you, please click away. I'm sharing this because I think it's funny, but it's also been many, many years since this occurred for me. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, what's up? I'm Megan. I'm a recovering addict and I am also a felon, so I like to share story times about that time in my life and kind of learn from it, try to shed some light on things, and yeah, so this is gonna be in fun. So I'm gonna share two occasions that I know of. Maybe another one will pop up as I'm recording, but the first one was in my early addiction, and it was after my car accident. So my car accident, for those of you who don't know, I got into a car accident. I broke my hip and my pelvic bone. So at this point, I had a cane. And it's me and Greg and our friend. My friend needed money. He was not he was a drug user, but not H. And he wanted money to buy his girlfriend a bunch of things for her birthday. And by things, I mean more drugs, but other drugs. And he wanted to pay some bills. So, priorities. And we told him, he came to us and I was like, yeah, dude, if you pitch in, I can flip this and make you X amount of dollars. So we all loaded up into his car and drove down to the city. Now, I live outside Baltimore, 45 minutes away, so that's where we went. And we were meeting our dude in a new area, so we weren't really familiar with it. So it's 3 kids driving around in inner city Baltimore, and we have Pennsylvania tags. And that is a no-no. But what am I going to do? I don't have Maryland tags. If I had a friend from Maryland, we always rode in their car, but we didn't. And my car had been crashed, but I had PA tags anyway. So we're driving down in his car, and Greg's driving. I'm in the back seat, directly behind the driver's seat, and our friend's in the passenger seat. And we make a turn, which we thought was going to be our turn, and it turns out that it was a dead end. So we circle back, and as we circle back, sure enough, a cop had seen us, and we looked suspicious enough. I mean, obviously, we're Pennsylvania tags in the wrong area. So he pulls us over. And as we're getting pulled over, I see Greg take the wad of $500, $600 and just stick it in the door. And I don't really know if that was a good thing to do or a bad thing. In hindsight, I don't think it really would have made much difference, but definitely gave them a big red flag. So this isn't my car. I'm stressed. I don't know if there's going to be anything in it. At this point, I didn't carry any rigs or anything like that because I was not an IV user. I was still insufflating, I guess. I was snorting it. And we get pulled over, and he takes both of the guys out of the car right away because we look weird. We are out of place, clearly out of place. And I'm in the back seat, so the cop pulls me out kind of roughly, and I'm like, I have a hip injury, I have a broken hip, please, He wants me to sit on the curb, and I said no. I was seriously, my hip really hurts. And so he said, can I search your bag? And I knew 100% without a doubt that there was nothing in there. And I said, yeah, in front of me. So the other cop's going around the car. He's already found the $600 or whatever in the door, and they're digging and digging and digging. And they keep thinking that they're finding weed, but it's tobacco everywhere. And I was grateful for that. But so he's going through my purse, and he pulls out a bottle of pills. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's they're mine. I just had a broken hip. And he said, oh, he said, these are recent. These are yours. And I said, yes. It's like a full prescription, like dated. I didn't take them, like I wasn't using them because I was using H. So I had a full bottle of them. And I'm like, yeah, they're mine. I'm like, that cane right there is mine too. So at that point, the cop kind of lightens up on me. But he is going in on the other two guys, on Greg and our friend. And he has them separated, and he's questioning them, like, why was there money in the door? What was the money? What are you doing down here? Why is there money in the door? And Greg said, I don't know, it's like rent money or something. It's not my car. And our friend gave whatever story, and like they're hounding them, and the other guy's still going through my purse. He pulls out a little Ziploc baggie and like all excited, and it's full of gauges, like earring gauges, plugs or whatever you want to call them, and he dumps it out and searching for it, and I'm like, dude, there's nothing in there, like I don't have anything, we're just lost. And like literally the way Baltimore works is like you are just like a block away from like the Modern Art Institute or whatever. Like you are a block away from the Inner Harbor. So in theory we could have been lost, but I mean, they're not stupid. So as we're sitting there, the two guys are in cuffs, like they've got Greg and our friend in cuffs, and I'm sitting in the backseat of my friend's car. And somebody drives by real slowly and shouts, "Know your rights, man, know your rights." And thank God they did, because at that moment my friend is like, yeah, wait, what are you doing? Do you have any reason? Like, am I being arrested? Do you have a reason to detain me? Like, why do I have cuffs on? And the cops were just like, didn't really have anything to say because they didn't have any reason to arrest us. And they went into our car because the money, I guess, was probable cause for them. So we didn't give them permission to search the car. At that point, they took it upon themselves. And they thought they saw weed or something, but it was just tobacco, like I had said. And my friend actually had like a thing to roll tobacco in his car. So even if there was weed in there, it would have just looked like tobacco. And it was like all over the center console and everything. So yeah, after that, the cops quickly wrapped up. Like, they let us go. They're like, are we being arrested? Or, can we go? And they uncuffed our friends and left. And I'm not really sure if it was because of the guy shouting, "Know your rights," and then my friend questioning them, which I really appreciate my friend. My friend is like a total political activist. He actually has a video on YouTube. I'm not really going to go into too much detail, but he knows who he is. He has a video of himself where he got tased by the cops for a peaceful protest, and his shirt says, "Fuck this dude," and it's pointing to like the cop. It's really funny. I'm so sorry that he got tased. It sucks, but like, I like this guy. This guy's my friend. He came to my wedding and everything. He danced the swing dance with my mom and my grandma. But yeah, so that was the first close call, I guess. It's one of many close calls, but the other close call was way, way, way more terrifying for me. So, picture this. I'm in my active addiction like pretty hardcore at this point. So, this is after Williamsport. I'm an IV user, and I didn't have a car. I didn't have anything. So, like, I drove around with my friends, boosted, and went down to the city. So, it's me and a couple, my friends, and I'm still really good friends with the girl, and then this other guy who I kind of knew, but not really. And we went down, we were on our way back to my town. I almost said it, duh. We were on our way back to my town. I'm driving my mom's vehicle, and I have to be there at 5 o'clock to pick her up from work. Before that, like, we've already picked up and used in the city, but Greg is back at the hotel where my friends lived with babysitting their child. I know that's like super fucked up. Like, we left the baby with Greg. We left the baby with somebody. Like, we didn't take him along. Like, dude, our addiction was bad. Sometimes we would take the baby down to the city, and like, this kid is amazing now. He's my godson. But anyway, so I was going down this road, and we're getting close, and time's like getting really, really close to having to be there to pick my mom up. Like, I am running late. I don't know how I'm going to drop this kid off, get to the hotel, get Greg, let him do his thing, and then get to my mom's place, which is like another 10-15 minutes down the road. And I'm stressed. And I was behind a car, and I should have passed. I was in a passing lane, in a passing lane, and I didn't. And I got real sketched out. And the guys are hounding on me like, "Oh, you should have passed." Like, we're very close to the PA-Maryland border at this point. So like, I'm close to being back in Pennsylvania. When I'm back in Pennsylvania, I feel a lot more secure. And I guess I got cocky. I guess I listened to them too much. I don't know. I passed on a double yellow. Rule number 1 when you're driving dirty: don't disobey traffic laws. Don't be an idiot. So I'm going up over a hill, and I merge back into my lane, and coming towards us is a red undercover police car, like unmarked police car. And I was just like, fuck. So everybody in the vehicle is like, stashing their shit, like stashing it in their butts, like, away, putting their kits away. My kit is right there, right beside me, and no one's touching it. And I'm like, dude, my stuff is right there. Please get my stuff. And it's like in my shit, and it has like my ID. Like, it's mine. It is definitely mine. So I knew that this cop car was going to pull us over. So like everybody's hustling, but no one will put my shit away, and it makes me so mad. So I pull over, like he comes flying up on us. I pull over, and the cop pulls up behind me. And the first thing he says is, he's talking to me, but he's kind of in the road, and he speaks to me a little bit, and he says, "Can you pull up a little bit? I don't feel comfortable standing here." And I said, "Yes, I'll pull up." So I pull up, and the officer didn't realize it, but it's a huge ditch, and he literally made me drive my mom's car into this ditch, and like it teetered, and then I veered back and I pulled back, and he said, sorry about that. So it's me, and I look like this. Like, I've always looked like this. Even in my active addiction, I look very well put together. I tried to put on this appearance of like being put together, especially when I was doing things like boosting, because I wanted to blend in. I didn't want to stick out. So I have my friends, they kind of look like they're alternative style, they got like big piercings and stuff like that. Like I did too, but I was pretty chill at that point. I didn't have all my piercings. And the other guy looks like a scrawny little, he doesn't look good. He's not a good dude. He doesn't look good. It's clear. So I'm coming up with this story, and I'm saying it in front of them so that they can all hear it. I had already told him this as we were pulling over. I said, he's your friend, you're my cousin, I'm taking him home, we're going to get my mom. And like, I said it, and I said, that's the story, like, do not deviate from the story. So at this point, so we all have stuff on us. I had 2.5 grams on me. My friends had at least 2 grams, possibly 3 grams on them, and that dude had 1 gram on them. So that is a lot of stuff in this vehicle. I've already been arrested the previous year. This is about May or June, so I have not been sentenced, and that is very key to this story. So I got sentenced like June 30th, July 1st, something like that, and at this point my record was still clean. So this officer pulls me over, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Like, they were pressuring me into doing it, and I know better, I shouldn't have done that. I was like, I'm just late for picking up my mom, and this is my mom's vehicle. So this officer's like, it smells like weed in here. And I was like, no sir, it does not. I was like, maybe cigarettes, I smoke cigarettes. I was like, but there's no weed smoking in this car. I was like, I'm just trying, and he asked what we're doing down there, and I said, I'm just trying to get my cousin's friend home, and then I got to go pick my mom up, and she works at this place. And he's like, you're pretty far out there. I was like, yeah, but this guy just lives right down the road. And he did, thank God. Like, he literally lived like right down the road. So it made sense. Our story made sense. And he's just like, I think he felt a little bit bad because he made me almost wreck my mom's car. And my mom called, and I'm like apologizing to her on the phone. I'm like, hey mom, I'm sorry. I got pulled over for a traffic violation. Like, I'm really sorry. I'm running late. I'll be there. So the cop sees all these things, right? Like a clean record. I was honest about what I did. I felt really bad about it because I was scared shitless, but I didn't want him to search my car. And clean record, had that, said no to the smoking weed, and had a plausible reason for why we were down there. And I was just like praying so bad that he didn't search, because like literally as I'm sitting in the car, it's like within touching distance. Like if I put my hand down, I would be putting it on my kit. And it looks like a sunglasses case, I guess, so maybe he just didn't suspect anything of it, but he came back after running my license, and it was clear, and he let me go. He didn't even give me a ticket. What? Like, that's insane. I don't even understand how that happened. Actually, I'm going to give you a third story. So this third time I got pulled over, it was right after I had gotten arrested, like literally the next day. So they tell you, like, no police interaction at all, like none. And of course, your girl doesn't listen. I was fighting with Greg, and he was going to be with his ex-girlfriend, because you seek comfort in those times of need, and like I was still, I don't know, doesn't matter. So I was literally chasing him. I knew he went down to Baltimore, and I was like flooring it in my car, like flying down the road, and I got clocked going like 55 and a 30. And the cops pulled me over, and it was the cop that had arrested me the night before. Like, he was on the scene, and then he pulled me over and he said, what are you doing? And I said, my boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. Like, and I just kind of spouted off, like, he ran away to be with his girlfriend, and he's like, you need to chill. He's like, you need to calm down. And my mom, I think my mom was behind me, or he called my mom. I had to wait. She had to take me home, and or she had to follow me home or something like that. But I got a speeding ticket the day after I got arrested, and the cop's like, you need to leave that dude alone and get your ass together, because your shit, this is a mess. Like, don't do this. So for all the times that I did all this stupid stuff, like, I'm very lucky that I didn't get arrested more than I did. And these days, they're much wiser. It's like, stuff is crazy. You can't boost. You can't do anything. And I don't know how I would survive in this day and age. I'm glad that I'm sober and I don't have to do that anymore. But I am just so lucky. Greg got caught a lot for a lot of things. He got caught for stealing, and his stealing was always like stupid little retail thefts. Like, I don't think it was, he mentioned in another video, it was not for more than like a couple bucks here and there. Like, it was like food or an energy drink or something stupid. So I thankfully didn't have that like sticky fingers like he did, but yeah, I wasn't good. I did a lot of dumb things, and I had a couple more police interactions, but like those were the two that really, really stick out in my mind. But yeah, I don't know. I hope this is a little bit entertaining. I hope you can look back and laugh at how stupid I was. We all make mistakes. We all do stupid things in our addiction. We aren't who we are. We aren't now who we were then. I'm not that person. I can't relate to a lot of it. And I like to look back and remind myself, because sometimes I think it's easy to be like, almost come across as like holier than thou, especially when I talk to people that are still in active addiction. Like, I don't want you to ever think that I'm above you or think that I'm above you. I don't ever want to be somebody that, I don't want to be your idol or your role model or a recovery role model. I just want to be someone else in recovery with you. I want you to know that I've struggled too. I've had these same issues as you. I've been down that road, man. And it sucks, and you can get out of it. So if you're struggling with addiction, please hit me up. Please reach out to me on Instagram. It's the same username as it is here, Megan F. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Oh wait, no. Have you guys been seeing my monarch butterfly videos? They're so amazing. So I've been doing these live streams. This is kind of off topic, so if you click off, that's okay. But I've been doing these live streams because my mom harvests monarch butterflies, and I think it is the coolest thing ever. So like, she finds these like little baby caterpillars. She had this milkweed grow up out of her driveway, like literally in her driveway. You'll have to click one of the other videos to see. And she found baby caterpillars, and she just started harvesting them, and they grow from these like itty bitty little things into like big fat caterpillars. And then like, I just learned this today. So the caterpillar bursts open, and inside of it is this chrysalis, which is like kind of like what I thought a cocoon would be, but it's not. And then inside that is a butterfly. What? That's amazing. So I'm going to make more videos about that. I'm going to start branching out and do videos about my normal life and stuff. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's all I have for today. I love you guys. Stay up, stay strong, stay sober. See you in the next one. Bye.